And so we begin with the role of the MC, also known as the host and the compere. MC, it actually stands for Master or Mistress of Ceremonies, but you might want to keep in mind it could as easily stand for majestically cheeky or magnificently charismatic, because the MC is the core of a stand-up comedy show. They are on stage first, last and longest. The audience and acts will see more of the MC during the course of the show than anybody else. They help set the tone. They help reset the tone when something's gone wrong. They're there to make the acts look good, make sure that everything runs on time and at pace. I think it's fair to say that every great stand-up comedian that you've ever watched and enjoyed has spent dozens, if not hundreds of hours performing as an MC. Because to get professional, you kind of need to flex these muscles that are only available to an MC. A stand-up comedian has a very particular and impressive skill set, but an MC allows you to bring and learn other skills to your normal stand-up comedy set. That said, it's a sad fact to me that the MC often has something of a bad rap and reputation, and I think this is for a couple of particular reasons. Now, on the open mic circuit, good MCs are really rather rare, and often those open mic MCs don't have the skill set, and when they decide to pick on an audience member, often for no good reason, it's not that they were heckling or derailing, shouting out, they just decide it's time to have a go at somebody. It's really rather unpleasant because they're not using witty put-downs for people who have asked for it. They're just attacking people in a rather unpleasant way, and it gives our job, our role, a bad reputation. Now, on the other side of the coin, the professional MCs in professional comedy clubs and venues, they know what to do. They don't just randomly attack members of the audience. Usually the audience member has volunteered themselves by shouting out and being difficult in some way. And in that case, you're dealing with a professional comedian who probably has 10 or more years under their belt. They have some of the most scathing and cutting put-downs available. In both cases, open mic and professional, the audience will remember, oh my God, I'm glad that's not me they're targeting. A good MC doesn't pick on anybody for no reason, and I'm going to help you remember that. Our audience is to be cherished. Our acts we have a duty of care to. But if there's something as an MC that you need to recall, probably more than anything else, is your first responsibility isn't to the acts or the audience. While they're both hugely important to you, your first responsibility is to the show itself. So let's talk about some of the benefits to you as a comedian by becoming a good quality MC. Now, different formats run around, of course, but I would suggest to you, you will have around about 25 minutes on stage in a show that runs 2 hours. That's the equivalent of 5 times 5-minute open mic spots. That's 5 nights out all in one evening. That's a hell of a lot of stage time in one sitting. But beyond that, you're not just going to be running tried and tested material as an MC, though of course you will, and you might be able to work out some of your new ideas and start fleshing them out. That's a golden opportunity as well while you're MCing. But you will be developing different skills altogether, how to read the room, crowd work, riffing with the crowd. And very often you'll find that when you're riffing with the crowd, something you didn't know you were going to say falls from your mouth, and it's comedy gold. It's almost like writing live on stage. And just because you said it one night spontaneously doesn't mean to say you can't keep it in your back pocket for a future gig. Maybe it's something that only works as an MC, and you can make it seem super spontaneous on a future gig when in fact you've said it once, twice and 10 times before. Or it could be something that lends itself as a piece of material, a theme, a bit, a chunk in your comedy set. But it will help you generate more material, and in arguably the most fun way of all, writing live on stage. I have recently suggested the best way forward is to run your own night, and I do respect that that's not going to be the way forward for everybody. If, however, you are going to do that, ideally with the help of a friend or two from the comedy community, keep that fun feeling going and having somebody to help you out on the nights, then you're able to swap stage time. You offer somebody else who runs a night stage time on your night, and they'll give you stage time back at theirs. So you're able to book more gigs, maybe even longer gigs or slightly more prestigious gigs. This will all be a bonus to you as an act. And once you get a reputation as a good MC, you'll find the invitations start coming to you, either to guest MC other rooms, but it can go beyond that. You might even start getting paid opportunities. For example, hosting a corporate event or a tent at a festival, a charity do. These are all things that will help you skill up, flex, expand your experience, and all of these things will help you get better as a comedian faster. Being an MC is a lot of fun, but it charges you, supercharges you as a stand-up comedian.